What's up, Mirandigas? We're back with another Persona video. So, Tokyo Game Show 2025 is coming. It's a September 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th event. And here's the thing. As I was like trying to go make this video, for some reason the article didn't load, but this I found. So, I guess this was today. And basically, Xbox returns to Tokyo Game Show with new playable games. Return with the broadcast and physical the event world from, and like basically Xbox is there. Here's the thing, when Xbox is there, you guys gotta understand, Xbox means Persona. I've also heard that Sega is also there, so Sega means Atlas. I'm also hearing Atlas is there, so it's like obvious that it's Persona-esque stuff. So, and also it could be other stuff as well, maybe like Catherine PS5 upgrade, Switch 2, just saying, Atlas. But here's the thing, Persona 4 Revival they've been shush. So I think we will see this in the Tokyo Game Show. I've seen a lot of people just say that Revival is still early development and stuff like that, and to that I say no, that's not true. I guess let me add on this. So after, I want to say 2022, I want to say Atlas has changed. They have grown. They have teams now. Operations have been divided. Back in the day, we've seen like Persona 5 getting milked out. That stuff is not happening anymore. Let's see what happens when P6 comes out. Like, Atlas has changed. So I feel like their marketing department or somewhat have changed as well with the announcement trailer. The reason I said that, because when we usually get the announcement trailer for these games, Atlas would usually show the initial 4 characters or the 3 characters that are playable, and Atlas will and just show maybe like the starting social links. And in P3 Reload's case, they showed Aigis because she was important. So by that I mean, if you've seen some of the P5 trailers, you see that the whole announcement trailer, you can go back, not the reveal trailer where just they showed the seats and then it's like Persona 5, the logo wasn't even finalized, but like the announcement trailer actually showed like only Ryuji, An, Morgana, and Joker, the MC, and then showed some here and there, stuff like that. But when it comes to, and we didn't see any initial social links or confidants, because, well, we did kinda. Yeah, we did kinda. I guess I want to go back and check. I think because Takemi was there, but we only see the initial characters. Reload did the same thing. We saw the initial social links, we saw Kenji, and then we saw mostly Junpei, Yukari, and Makoto. They did not show even Akihiko and Mitsuru, because even though they're initially in the game way early on, like that's the thing, that's it. Like, they're playable way later in the game. But with Revival, they only showed Narukami moving through Inaba and then some places. A lot of people have said that's because Revival is like in early development. I want to say no, because I'm thinking Atlas is trying something different. And the other thing I want to talk about is what Atlas is doing is, like, you guys got to understand is, this is like pre-scheduled. Everything right now is pre-scheduled. We don't even know when this trailer was made. I know some people say it was made in this date and stuff like that or earlier, but we don't definitively know when this trailer was made, or it was even a recent trailer but they showed early footage because they don't want to like spoil a lot of stuff. So the way this works is Xbox was like, hey, we have the show coming on. Oh, like Atlas was like, hey, Xbox, you're having this show coming on, and like, here, show this. And then this was done like months in advance or maybe a year in advance. So I think Revival, when it was shown, was way deep into development. I don't know where, but it was. I think what they're going to do is we're going to get a decent chunk of trailer, like we get P3's announcement trailer, that kind of trailer in Tokyo Game Show for Revival. Maybe you could get more. For this, I feel like Atlas is trying something different. So let's see. Next thing I think we can see in Tokyo Game Show is FEMC. Oh, this is the Reloaded project I took. But FEMC. I'm one of those guys which has been standing up for FEMC since I don't know how long now. It's been months. And I've been screaming, hey, we need FEMC, we need FEMC, we need FEMC. I've been told a lot of times that I'm wrong. We'll never get FEMC. I've been told a lot of times that I'm that like soldier meme who was like in war for years after the war had ended. and stuff like that. But I've stood strong. I've stood firm. But I have nothing to show for it. Now, Reload just got announced for Nintendo Switch 2. And the release for Reload is October 23rd for the Nintendo Switch 2. And we'll probably see maybe see a Reload trailer, you know, if Atlas and Sega is there for Nintendo Switch 2. But here's the thing, will we see FEMC? I think we will. I have just a small bit of theory. If you have not watched the Switch 2 trailer for Persona 3 Reload, and if you haven't played Reload, don't watch that trailer. It has a lot of spoilers. But that's what I want to talk about. This is just wishful thinking. I'm playing 3D chess in my mind. It could be nothing, but I'll just talk about it. What I think is, we'll see FEMC, because the trailer of Switch 2 shows a lot of stuff that I would say is just spoilers. A lot of spoilers. It's basically, I don't want to spoil P4, but basically the December P4 arc, I want to say. Atlas shows a lot of stuff in their Persona trailers, but they're still hidden. But here they've showed them pretty openly. So I want to see that why they showed a lot of stuff. Because here's the thing, are they hiding FEMC? I feel like they are. And if it is, I'm going to say I called it. I'm going to laugh at those that said I was wrong. I'm going to laugh at those, but obviously I'm petty. But the thing is, I think we'll see FEMC, probably. Now, if we don't, she's in limbo. That's it. If we don't see her anytime before the release of Reload Switch 2, maybe she's in limbo. Or maybe that's a DLC after Reload's release. But I think we can see FEMC. One more thing I want to add is, I think also, let me pause. Alright, so I can see, maybe if Atlas is trying to do that, maybe we can see a PS5 Pro upgrade for Persona 3 Reload. I don't know what Atlas's take on PS5 Pro is, I don't know, but maybe we might see it. And I don't know what they can do with that, because usually the PS5 Pro upgrades are like, if the PS5 game has a quality and performance mode, they just merge it for the PS5 Pro, that is both quality and performance. But that kind of setting is not in Persona 5 Royal, nor is in Reload. And talking about Royal, I think we can see a Switch 2 version. Again, maybe a PS5 Pro version, I don't know. But I think we can see a Switch 2 version for Royal. I haven't played it myself, I've only checked it myself, but I've heard that Royal is fine on the Nintendo Switch, but it has a lot of load times, and it has some, you know, graphical limitations. It could be better. It's not, like, here's the thing, a lot of Switch games just generally are awful on the Switch. Royal is not one of them. Royal is fine, but it could be better. So I think we can see a Switch 2 version for Royal. We can hopefully see FEMC. Fingers crossed, we can see FEMC. One more thing I want to add, it's possible we might not see this now, but we might see this next year. So, if you guys remember, this was big back in the day. Oh, I gotta zoom in. This is not a good quality picture I picked. But back in the day, Persona 5 and Persona games were usually in the PlayStation, at least the mainline games. We had Persona Q on the Nintendo, some spin-offs on Xbox like Arena. So we had like Q on the 3DS and stuff like that. But this was huge. Basically, we've been hearing that Atlas and Xbox, like this whole Xbox thing started from here. Like, we heard that Atlas and Xbox are having a deal. Like, what is that deal? Like, what are we gonna see? Like, stuff like that was happening. And then this dropped. And then we found out that the whole deal was that now Xbox will be showcasing Atlas stuff. So this comes about. And what I think will happen is, it's like, we'll get something like this, but for these guys. Now, I have a theory. That theory is that Atlas is remaking games that they're porting. Not you, not Royal, not Royal. That's not... It's possible, damn. What if we get a PS5 Pro upgrade and it's the remake for this? No. Like a PS5 and the PS4. No. But we got Persona 3 Portable. We got like half a remake, technically. Well, more than half. We got the answer episode, I guess. But Makoto got a remake. Kotone didn't. But I still think that can happen. Hey, if my theory is correct, Kotone also might get a remake. And then we have Persona 4 Golden, that also is getting a remake. We got 2 of these that got a remake. What I think is Atlas is trying to do, especially since these 2 did get famous. Portable got hate for using AI graphics and textures, which is justifiable hate. But like Golden, they did really well. And then we have this. I feel like this is something Atlas is discussing among their like development team, and like there's a discussion going on, like, what do we do with this? What do we do with Persona 1 and 2? There are people asking for it. Like, what should we do? And I feel like what they're gonna do is first they're gonna release these remastered ports for 1 and 2. I don't like the whole first person perspective of 1, but like I feel like people overhate it. People hate it too much. But like we can see this as a remaster. Maybe if they want, they can add like a third person perspective. They have done additional stuff for their remasters. Like we've gotten some difficult like quality of life updates for these guys. But when it comes to Persona 2, I feel like Persona 2 still looks really good. Like if you release it now, a lot of people will play it because it's like an indie style game. Like I feel like that could work. They can just charge $20 for that, maybe 15 or 10. That's too. I feel like they won't, but like they could charge $20 for these games. Now, I can see a remaster for and ports for these 3 games. By 3, I mean Persona 1, Persona 2 Innocent Sin, Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. Sorry, and I think you can see these ports maybe at Tokyo Game Show or maybe next year, because next year is Persona's 30th anniversary. For that, I can see this being a thing, and then later we can also see next year Persona 6 and like a lot of like Persona stuff going on. So that's what I think we can see. Let's just get to it. Persona 4 Revival, I can guarantee you 100% this is coming. This is like a guarantee. This is me wishful thinking. I can see this happening. This will eventually happen, a Switch 2 port. I don't think it's maybe not in Tokyo Game Show. It depends if like it's Atlas and Sega doing their own thing or with Xbox. I think it's mostly with Xbox, so this is something we can see. It's even possible we might not even see this. Or maybe they just show FEMC for Xbox and she's like coming everywhere else. And I can see this happening either in the Tokyo Game Show, maybe Game Awards, I doubt it, or I can see it for the 30th anniversary. So my Randigas, are you excited for 25th September? I guess 26th too. This business day, I believe, is when games will be shown, and public day, I believe, is when there'd be demos, right? I could be wrong. But alright, my Randigas, hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, click on notification bell. Tell me what you're excited about. Tell me what your wishful thinking is. What do you want to see? What is it for the Switch 2 you want to see? Tell me in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time with another Persona Shin Megami Dragon Ball Fairy Tail whatever video. Consider subscribing, trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I make these videos when something reveal is about to come close. There's another video I want to talk about Revival and its DLC, so see you guys for that. I'm looking to stop recording. Bye.